Here we go, broKing. He is on Scout. This demo is 30 minutes long. Playing some Granary. I just played some Granary myself today, so it's fresh in my brain. And let's see how broKing's playing it. He's actually rolling out on the ground. Okay, so the ground strat. It's all about the flank, I guess. Scout gets juggled, takes some splash. The reason I don't like the ground is because when a soldier bombs, you're very powerless. Looks like his other scout partner is on the ground as well. As you saw in my scrims, scouts going up top is kind of very popular and very common, and I have a lot of success going up top because it allows me to deny the the soldiers, and it allows me to easily jump on and off of high ground. It's harder for them to hit me with splash, but you know, I have to admit, not everyone plays the game like I do, or wants to play the game, or their team needs them to play the game like I do. So I will focus on what he's doing and what he could do better from what he's doing. On the rollout that he did on the left, the thing that I like to do when I do go on the ground is I like to jump on the little Bloodsour would call it the A-frame. It's that little sign on the left once you get through the choke. Anyways, on this Uber, I'll get back to that. Focusing the scouts, yeah, these guys are isolated from the heals, so you definitely want to focus them. Turning around to help in the in that 2v1, like he's doing a really good job of target selection, not getting too tunnel vision on forward, cap the point, but like getting the picks, doing the damage, then turning around, reassessing, getting more information. Okay, so I'm gonna show the spot I'm talking about. And what I was talking about is right here through this choke, his crosshair's on it right there. That thing next to that gutter, I jump on that, then jump on the low crate. And even though you're not on the highest point and you're still kind of influencing that left lane, you have a little bit more freedom to like air strafe around the crates and dodge some spam. And maybe like walk on the rim of the crates and like flank people more sneakily. Here I wouldn't shoot that scout because you lost the mid, so the only way to win this mid is to kill their medic. That scout didn't see you, so I would have not fired at the scout, tried to get around that corner, get on the medic, and try and 1v1 him, like kill the medic. By shooting the scout at mid-range, you alert him to your presence, and he will instantly just turn and like start like intercepting you from getting to their medic.
The control point is being contested.
I hear your team is trying to spam, trying to contest a little bit. Waiting for the buff. Wise decision. Yeegs is on medic? What the fuck am I witnessing? Alright. Keep peeking. Hopefully you guys got the force, because otherwise that's dangerous. Alright, going for the back cap. I guess things were looking a bit dire, so you went for the back cap and you're not gonna get it. In that situation, your team really had to get the force, or had to like keep control of upper or something. They had to like maintain some sort of advantage if you're gonna hold last. So you're kind of forced into that desperate play. The best way to contest second is to have like a full team pressure. Like your combo can be lower left spamming, and then your roamer up top with maybe a scout poking right or up top as well. So now you're doing exactly what I said. I guess you're using the winger. This is the spot I was talking about. So yeah, if you're using the winger, that's even better for getting in a good position. This is probably the best map to use the winger on, because you can avoid spam and demo stickies and stuff. So once again, your medic was gonna die, so you went for their medic. Works out. That's kind of how Granary goes, so don't be too concerned about keeping your medic alive all the time. These mids, like, they get decided so quickly, so. Here he's kind of trying to bait the point, which is pretty good. His scout's capping, and then he surprised him around the corner. Whew. He goes down, but it was the right idea. I think maybe the timing could have been a little bit earlier. You know, the sooner you go for the flank, the sooner you Like the earlier he won't have his teammates ready to help him and stuff. That's kind of how I would have done it. Like I would have, the moment the demo peaked, I probably would have gone for it based on the spawn timings and stuff. Not that the spawns had anything to do with it, his death there, but if he wanted the highest percentage on that play, that was a good pick on the medic. He went for that opening. I like it. Big play. Jodge should get this kill then back up, and now you guys will have a some sort of opening. Very aggressive from Blank there, but at least he's coming back to help the rest of the team. Your medic died, so your team should be able to cap middle and then passively contest yard. I wouldn't expect you guys to be able to push into second. Meeting up with your medic at forward, this is a smart play. Make sure you're building the whole way. You should expect the other team a slight advantage. Maybe something like 30%. So you might want to just peek yard, see if you can get in. And if they're giving you yard, you should take it. If they're not, then just spam. But this is when you need to be careful about dying. You don't want to overextend into the flank. I'm sure Blank is like telling you, let's dry push. But it can be risky. You can peek, and if they give you the opening, you take it. But like that, losing that player, and then I don't know, it ends up working in their favor because they're going to be playing aggressively with Uber advantage, and you guys aren't. And then I guess things kind of fell apart. DJ Snakes, I'm not pubbing yet, but I will be in like, let's see, 25 minutes.
The control point is being captured.
Alright, spawned up. Other team didn't pop, as far as I can tell. So, here they just want to try and get the force as soon as possible, but have their medic be playing sufficiently far back that he will not get caught by the Uber. They kind of, yeah, they juggled well enough and did a good job focusing there. I think broKing should have run after he killed the soldier. He really should have. But he played it similar to how I would. Like a lot of times if I have a really good position and the other team is trying to Uber in, or they're trying to push, because obviously their ideal situation is they push in without Ubering. If I have a good position, will like just keep jumping on and off and trying to meat shot them like back into the ground or intimidate them from high ground to guarantee that they force. And a lot of times they will drop someone just like that. But then you need to run. You got to get out. Once you get the force or drop the player, that's like you've done your job. So don't want to get too cocky. Got to have some discipline, you know what I mean? Alright, so I'm going to start capping on mid. Your medic probably should not have popped that, but that's okay. Risky to take that 1v1, I'd say. Maybe you trusted your teammates would be there, but I think more important is to stack the point, make sure their demo doesn't get forward. Then you should have an easy take on yard. If you get there fast enough, you could start spamming the choke points, the shutter doors. Soldiers isolated left. You saw the rest of them in right yard, so yeah. Pushing for this pick on left is probably the right idea. Now you should have a complete opening on the flank because their scouts just spawning. The other one just died. I would be trying to exploit that, try and take control of upper. After you kill their roamer, often, you know, when people roll out on this map, like after they just spawn, a lot of times they will roll out upper. So if I kill the roamer and a scout, I'll sometimes try and take the flank so I can catch someone off guard who had just spawned. So like the demo possibly was like rolling out upper, just did like a sticky jump, so he's like 100 health and he's an easy pick sometimes. Good night, Bilbert. Thanks, man. Struggling with that sticky, it's fine. Scouts in fighting, comes in to help with the 1v1, nice cleanup. There, I probably would have gone to the point while your soldier was. Oh, it was a suicide, like force attempt. That's interesting. I'm not sure why your team wouldn't full commit there after getting that early pick. That would probably make the most sense to me. Like, even if you're going for a force play, your team should react to the situation, you know? Even though you like are pushing a few people in to get a force, if you get a free pick, just turn it into a full team push. You know, because now you have a number advantage and you can turn that into a win. But when you were going for that force, when your soldier had them all occupied in the corner, you could have got some really good cap time. So that's all I'll say about that. Sometimes cap time actually puts pressure on medics to force. So sometimes that actually turns into a force itself. It's a mistake for a medic to pop for cap time, but a lot of medics do it, and you can exploit that weakness in their game. I wouldn't chase the scout. That's a risky 1v1. There's a risk of a 1v1 right now, so I would maybe get a buff and then try and 2v1 him. You hear your soldier fighting him, so you kind of just baited your soldier to not run up there. The instant you heard the first rocket, I would have tried to get involved. But that was a full team push, and you guys won it, so well done. On the left, waiting for that buff. When you're in these few seconds waiting for the buff, you could be doing a little bit of scouting. You could be doing a little bit of peeking, a little bit of chip shotting. You know, you're doing nothing, so why not do a little bit? If you're even just like jumping up over the crates, just peeking over the top, and just like scattering or pistoling the demo, like very lightly, that can make a difference. Like granary mids, peppering the demo is pretty significant on this one. So there, I guess he just went for like a desperation play. Didn't work out. It happens.
Time has been added.
Demo must survive. Alright. So the other team has Uber. Sometimes what my team will do in this situation is, late call on the upper flank from them. So, but what I was going to say is sometimes what my team will do is, what the fuck? Help your medic. That was very irresponsible to ignore that soldier, because he's going for a complete like wild like just Hail Mary play on your medic, and that's a free pick if you all just focus him. The medic was still Ubered running away. You should have. Sometimes what I'll even do is if a soldier jumps me and he's Ubered, I'll try and meat shot him, because you can still influence their movement. You can still deny them from jumping, even if they're invincible and you're doing no damage. You still get knocked back. So I probably would have been like peppering the soldier while he's in the sky, like not only trying to force him back with my shots, but also force him up higher, which gives your medic more time and his rockets do less damage from higher. So I think you rushed that a little bit. The timing is a bit off. Usually you don't want to commit to the crates until you see the soldiers, you know? You want to like be denying them more on this mid than, I don't know, actually granary, because of the way the height works on this map, I feel like it's not so much you want to deny them, like stand on the crate, look at them jump at you, but you kind of want to like catch them and just like deny them that way. Rather than like meeting them in the middle, you want to just like absorb them in a way. Like they jump at you and then they just get like dissolved by the scouts. Also, your ammo management early on the mid, I think you should be pistoling the demo rather than scattering, but it's not that big a deal. You were shooting kind of slowly. The guy dropped the question mark. Some people are so creative with their shit talk. They just write question marks. So Jod hopefully saw that spy. Hopefully, okay. Alright, the spy's dead.
Time has been added.
through left here. These are situations where you should expect them to try and force your medic. Whenever running through these choke points, that's like the prime time for them to try and force you. This is a good Uber. You should take this. You should take this. I wish someone was with you, because you could have definitely killed their medic there. You'll at least get their demo. This is a good Uber. See, this is how I like Ubers to be used proactively. It doesn't matter if you kill their medic. You just got 3 kills because you Ubered in. So that's like a 1 round. That's how you use Ubers. You don't just like fuck around in the choke points. If you have the opening, you take it immediately. You know, you don't get forced. You don't, you know, let that shit happen. You just use the Uber. You read the situation and you go. I like it. All right. Well done. We're about halfway through. I feel like I've said so much already, but we're only halfway through. It's probably where things will start slowing down.
Let's waste them. Yeah, thanks, Doc.
Yeah, way too aggressive. Like, even if you did damage, no one can follow up. I wouldn't call that really an opening, because like that demo, unless he's already taken damage from your demo, he's just gonna be able to focus you down. He's not under a lot of pressure, and your route to rush him is very limited. You have to go across the crate. He's gonna have scouts supporting him. It's pretty risky. Dr. Campfire, hey dude, it's going well. It's been a nice night so far. I'm having a good time. Doing a demo review at the moment. So let's see. Yeah, sometimes people peek like that, but you need to be very careful about being baited. A scout like that can be the perfect bait for someone to like get a pick on you. Like they have a soldier hiding around the corner or something. Your team should be focusing that soldier. I think in your peripheral you saw the demo, and it might have been wise to take a peek to your right just to get some information. You know, a lot of times people get too tunnel vision on one target that there's like an easier pick on the side next to them. Your medic is probably going to die, so I would just kill their medic. Actually, by going for their medic, you distracted their scout enough. I would have gone to the shutter because that's where your medic was trying to retreat. But I guess you went back to Z. There's the question mark. Hey, Angel. Alright, you see soldier demo. You pushed him out. I'd be looking for traps. Just be careful. Sometimes what you can do is if you see 2 people that are like on the back foot trying to run away, but they're kind of passively trying to hold, you can pretend you're going to flank them, like threaten to go behind, like maybe run into garage there, and then they would think, oh shit, we're going to get flanked, we have to go back, but then you just don't do it, you know? And then you force them out for free, basically, without even firing a shot. I think you've peppered this scout. Alright, nice shot. Good reaction, but you're going to die. I don't know. I think chasing the scout in general, a bit risky since you had 80 health. I guess your teammates were trying to push the other side, so going for it was okay. After you killed him, might have wanted to just back up, I guess. It's very hard to be that disciplined that when you get a pick, you just take it and back up, but you got to train yourself to do that, really. Here, I would probably try and go high ground. They haven't started capping middle. You guys still could have at least put out a little bit of damage, maybe created an opening somehow. You know, I don't like that you gave it up completely. As a scout, you can usually escape pretty quickly, but at least you'd have the information of maybe what side their Uber's coming through, because the last 2 Ubers, you kind of got caught off guard. This one as well, 90%. Looks like you guys are going for a wrap play. After you lose your demo, I'd say wrapping is probably not the best. I think at this point, you should just go for kills.
Point is being contested.
If you manage to keep 6 up and they were like running away or like, you know, just chilling in yard, then maybe. But if they've already committed to second, the wrap is impossible because they'll out-cap you on second. Hit some good shots. I think you did enough damage that your team can hold this, but I think it was a bit indecisive on the wrap. I think half the team kind of wanted to do it, half the team didn't. When the right call was don't.
Medic! Thanks, Doc.
So given that they have a sniper, they're basically a combat class down. Your team just needs to be focusing at spam up there, like kind of keeping your medic passive and just have a scout on the point. Greenery though is very difficult to retake 6v6, and usually I wouldn't really attempt it unless we had some sort of advantage. I think you might just barely get Uber here. Nope, not quite. And this is a close match.
My God, let's waste them.
Who's on the gig face? It's some dude from this band that Giggly liked or something. I think his name is Gabriel. Anyways. Doing the same thing, trying to push this demo. Kind of hesitated on that demo who didn't see you. Again, that was like a free pick that if you just would have flanked him without shooting, you could have got in range to meat shot him. Right now... I mean, it was a 3v1, so you probably wouldn't win, but I think
The control point is being captured.
focusing the scout again might have been the wrong choice in the 3v1. Like, you did hit him for like 60 damage, but once the other scout started shooting at you, you're just gonna die. So the best thing you could probably have done there was just try to like waste their time. Your life would be worth a lot more if you could have like slowed them down on middle, because your spawns would be up in time to contest second. You could maybe make them chase you. You could maybe isolate someone in a 1v1 rather than a 3v1. You could have found an opening on their demo. Like, you know, you could have made your life last a bit longer. You know, been worth more.
Thanks, Doc.
Again, you guys are trying to attempt to retake this 6-on-6. It's really hard to do that on this map. The main reason being because if you try to push into them on the front, you can get flanked. Like, it's very hard to control Greenery second, like pushing into it from last, because they have so many advantages. Like, they have multiple shutter doors. The point is very small. They can spam it easily. And they can flank you from upper, from height advantage, and from a blind angle. But you guys picked their demo, so this should be a clean kill. Their combos, or a clean cap. Their combos left. You guys did some damage. Here you're just trying to direct spam it yourself to get your team through the door, which is good. I probably would have been able to, confident chasing them there. But what you should do is try to get high ground right now. So yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. I like it. Get that high ground. This is how you take control of anything. You get the high ground, and then they have to either commit to fighting you on it or just get intimidated and run away. So someone tried to back cap. I have a feeling what happened was when you guys tried to push out, you didn't clear lunchbox or the flank side. That's always one of the most important things you have to do. If they have spawns or if they have people unaccounted for, you have to clear out the flank. and you have to do it with at least 2 people. You don't want to send one person there to just 1v1 whoever's up there. You always want to send multiple people. Alright, this is very scattered. Half your team is on middle, half your team is back fighting a back cap. At least you took care of it. Still have Uber, okay.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
There you shot a lot of really long range shots. You could have saved a couple shots and just focus on moving towards the demo, like dodging him and getting in close to do some more damage. I think since you ended up only having 1 shot left when you were kind of at that mid range, that's why you hesitated from chasing him. You didn't have enough like ammo to actually do as much damage as you could. Okay. So this is one of those situations where you can just outcap them. If they go to middle, you can just outcap. But you want to use your Uber in this situation to stop them from contesting you, basically, or slowing them down. So you just sit your Uber on the point, like just bottleneck them there, send people to last, which is what you did. So looks like it went well. 3 minutes left.
Play ball. Let's waste them. Medic! Doc, come on, man.
Hala, you have to understand, every demo review is hindsight. But what if someone looked at this demo and they're just like, you played okay. I'm trying to give him a little bit more specific advice. Discussing with your teammates is important though, of course. Did a good job getting a buff there, isolating the medic. I think Granary is one of the few mids where killing their medic is like a very, very... It's like a necessity. You have to do it. If you don't kill their medic, it can cost you the entire round. Other maps give you a little bit more wiggle room to contest second and such. So, I'd say on Granary, if you can isolate their medic, you should pretty much always kill him.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Doc, come on, man. Medic! Medic! All right, I feel good.
It should be roughly even Ubers. Sometimes in a situation like this, we'll peek yard to see if we can retake it. But it looks like they have a pretty firm hold on it. Interesting positioning though. Back right. Making sure you can heal the flank. I guess that works. Soldier's not buffed. You hit him 40 damage. The only risk there is that they could sometimes have a scout around the corner. So as long as you call that you're fighting him, you should be fine. I would like to see you guys be a little bit more aggressive here, just to lock them in the doors. Like allow your demo to put stickies on the door. That would have been probably a good idea. But you guys were just kind of passively spamming rockets at it, and it allowed them to get in for free, kind of. What maps can you contest second on if your medic dies on mid? Badlands, Snakewater, I don't know.
Doc, come on, man. Medic!
Process, I mean, you can do it on almost all of the other maps. And the reason being because they have more convenient height advantage for you to use to contest, basically, and more entrances that aren't locked down by shutter doors. Good flank. I might actually go drop down in that situation. That shot looks like it should have registered, but after killing 2 of them, you know they're going to be retreating. Your team had decent numbers, so you could have afforded to go for a bigger play. But getting the 2 picks is probably enough. Surprised you guys aren't taking yard a bit faster. Maybe clock's running out, so yeah, I guess that's it. Alright. Well done. broKing, are you here? I feel like I gave you a lot of info. It's kind of all over the place, though. It wasn't like you were repeating the same mistake over and over. You made a lot of good plays. It's more of the subtleties, you know, and more about things your team could be doing, I guess. If you have any thoughts, let me know. Hopefully that was worthwhile for you.